Miran Shah from BU, Boston University. Hi, Miran. It's a pleasure to have you here on the call with us today. And let's get going. Let's start off by you telling us a little bit about yourself, about your high school, and about your journey to BU.
Okay, so I'm a business student at Questrom School of Business, which is a business school at Boston University. Uh, I'm from Mumbai and I did IBDP for high school. Uh, right now, I'm studying finance and strategy and also operations management at Boston University.
Okay, which year are you at college?
I'm a sophomore in college. I'll be a junior next year.
Superb. So, why did you decide to study business? Why specifically? What got you interested into business?
I want to get into entrepreneurship and finance in the future, and I knew this pretty early on in my academic life. Like before I started high school, I knew I wanted to go to business school, so uh, I I pick subjects in a way that would like complement my application.
And why BU? Which all colleges did you apply to, and then finally, why did you decide to enroll at BU?
Uh, so I applied to two colleges before BU because they were early applications, but I heard first from BU because it was my ED1 college. So I didn't really get any responses from anyone. BU was the only college I applied to.
Superb. So now that you have been there for a couple of years, who would you say would be a good fit, and who would be a not so good fit at BU?
Uh, So there's no specific answer for this question, but BU has a very diverse community. We've got a extremely high international student population. So I guess anyone who's looking to get perspective on business from people who are from different backgrounds, and I guess anyone who's just motivated uh, and interested in business should be a good fit at BU because there's so many different kinds of people at BU that a lot of people can like fit in and find their space.
Okay, that's great. That's cool. Miran, tell us a little bit about your high school grades uh, and about your test scores. Did you take any standardized tests? Did you take an English proficiency test? Tell us about your scores.
Yeah, so I did the IBDP program. I think my predicted was around 37 or 38 on 42. And I did quite well in my SATs. I got like a 1490 composite score in my SATs, which is kind of high for BU. So people who are applying should not be worried. But I also took subject sats in math, English, and biology, and also I took the English proficiency test, which is TOEFL, but I don't think any of those are required anymore. I think they were just like tests that I took because I had a lot of free time in my 12th grade.
Wonderful. So, to all those who are just joining us, we have Miran Shah here from BU, Boston University, sharing his story. Miran, my next question to you is about your extracurricular activities. Tell us about what was your on your college profile. What all activities did you participate in during your high school?
Okay, so college profile, I spoke a lot about surfing in specific. I also spoke about a couple of internships that I had done in the finance and business area. I guess that like when you put all of those as your previous experiences, it really helps like college admissions to know that you're like willing to like step into like a professional role early on during your college career. So I'm actually interning in my sophomore year. So when you start working at a young age, like if you start taking up smaller internships in the 10th and 11th grade, I guess it better prepares you to like enter like corporate internships earlier on in your student life.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Uh, and to all the students, you can just post in your questions in the Q&A feature and just mention Miran before the questions, so Miran would know those are the questions for him. While we are still continuing this conversation with Miran, you can continue posting your questions there so that he can answer towards the end of this call. Okay, Miran, tell us about your Common App essay. What was there on your Common App essay? Do you remember writing your essay? And I'm sure you'd spend a lot of time writing it. So, what was it all about?
Yeah, so I don't remember much about it, but I do remember that I'd spoken specifically about virtual reality and how I plan on implementing it after business school and in like some business endeavors and like certain industries.
Okay. What things about you really attracted you, and what are the things on campus that you really enjoy doing?
So I think a great part about BU is the number of clubs we have. Like there are hundreds of clubs at BU, but I have only been associated with like the business clubs. I worked with Boston University Consulting Group, which was a fun experience because we worked with like clients like AMC and Regal Cinemas to develop their COVID-related strategies. I'm also consultant at 180 Degree Consulting, which has chapters in Tufts, Columbia, Oxford, and lots of other schools as well. So we work hand in hand with a lot of these schools to consult non-profit companies on like business development and other strategies in general. Other than that, I've been involved with a couple of other clubs. There was, I think, the BU Real Estate Club. I think one was the Financial Modeling Club. And other than this, I guess I play a lot of sports at BU as well. I play intramural football or soccer, which is like not very competitive. It's like five-a-side soccer. I also play squash in my free time. So there's a lot of like um, extracurricular activities at BU, so you get away from your academics once in a while.
Superb. Miran, is there any piece of advice that you'd like to share with these students who are considering BU, or who might be considering, who might apply to BU in the coming weeks or coming months? What would you tell them? What would you say them, which would help them in their applications?
Uh, I guess if you moved past the stage of getting your grades, you should really like work on your essays. I do know that the BU, so if you're applying ED1 or like any early decision, they do go through most of the applications thoroughly. I actually got a response about one of my essays after I'd gotten in from the academic advisor. So if you have like a good relationship with like the BU India head for admissions, I don't know who it is right now, but I'm sure Neeraj sir will know. So if you have like some communication with them over email, that would be a good way to like boost your chance of getting it.
Superb. Miran, one final question before we move on to the next session. Which extracurricular activity or internship or anything that is outside of your academics you did that helped you stand out and helped you with your BU app?
Uh, I guess something interesting that I did was I did this thing called the rocket pitch competition at Wheaton College. This was in the 11th grade of high school. Uh, I think this was a great experience because I got one of the uh, academic advisors who was a professor at Wheaton to write a recommendation letter for me. Uh, it was also a pretty well-known college in the Boston area, so and it was also like entrepreneurship and business related summer school experience. So I guess it was like maybe something defining on my application that could have helped.
Wonderful, superb. Thank you so much, Miran, for sharing your experience. It was a pleasure hearing about your profile, about your extracurricular activities, about your scores. And there are a lot of questions that are coming in, and unfortunately, we won't be able to take those. But if you could stay back for a while and just type in some of the answers, that would be very helpful for these students.
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you, Miran. And with